Welcome, everyone. I'm happy you're here with me on this Thursday afternoon. Different time, same day, different time. I have another commitment happen tonight, so I thought instead of missing out totally with sharing with you, I would do this at 1 o'clock today. So, welcome back if you've been here before. If you've never been here with me, I really appreciate you being here. Share in the community, comments, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what you liked in the new catalog. I assume that most of you have seen it or have seen products from it. I do have a few I'm going to show you when I switch down to the desktop. And I hope you're enjoying great weather like I am. I did have a wonderful time away last week. I drove to and from Kamloops to visit my cousin, and the roads were great. The temperature was great until I got back here and it was cold and windy, but it's warming up now, so I'm happy to be out and about after this. So I'm going to switch down to my desktop and I'll talk to you about a few things that are happening, and then I'm going to show you a card that I've had on my to-do list for quite a while. So I'm anxious to share it with you. So as you can see, quite a few things here, but this is the new catalog. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like one of these catalogs, let me know and I will get it to you. We can now show you the inside. The few products I am going to show you individually, I have marked down what pages they're on. It's a different layout with the catalog this time. There are, if you look on page 15, you can see all the collections, which are one item, one ordering number to get everything in the collection. As you work through it, you will find bundles, you will find just dies, just stamps, lots of great pictures showing what you can make with all of them. DSP, I did a paper share, so I've got a number of ladies anxiously waiting for me to get that paper and get it out to them. I really appreciate it. And as always, any of you who order through my online store, with an order of at least $60 or more before shipping and handling, I will send you a PDF tutorial. So keep that in mind. I always love having your support for my small business, and that's one way you can do it. The colors are listed on page 80 and 81. So these are the different groups, the end colors from introduced last year and this year. And of course, as always, an index in the back that you can refer to. So let me know if you have any questions on that or if you'd like a copy. First, I do have some of this collection ordered, but it's not here yet. But I want to share with you these cute, cute, cute little butterflies. I don't know if maybe they show up better on a cardstock like that. But there are get my white, pink, yellow, or well, they're all the in colors. So it would be a hydrangea hue, peaceful pine, golden glow, crisp cantaloupe, and barely blush. And then there's tiny ones. And see, there's one missing off there. It's stuck back in the envelope. I was going to say, I haven't used them yet, so that shouldn't be. So those are the in colors as well. And I like to keep my embellishments in these clear envelopes that we sell with Stampin' Up, and then just put a tag on them. So I know that one is on page 16 and page 72. So I'll show you just quickly the difference. Page 16, it's just here. And then it does say page 72, which will be where the embellishments are found. Okay, so just to kind of give you a hint with that. Then I have the Fern and Flora 3D embossing folder. We have quite a few of 3D embossing folders. This one's on page 34 and 61. You can see all the detail there, and maybe, oh yeah, on here. This is just a retired cardstock that I use for doing samples like this, so I can't wait to work with that. And we have white gel pens on page 71. They come 2 to a pack. And I did quickly, see if I can get that to focus even. do this on a piece of cardstock that I had. It's not a dark cardstock, but it does show up quite well. There you can see it. So I'm pleased with that. And our black, Memento Black and Black Stays On is being replaced by the hybrid stamping pad, which needs to be sealed properly, just like the Memento or the Stays On did. So it's a little bit different than our magnetic ink pads. So what they're suggesting is you open it like a hinge, like that. Don't try to just lift it straight up because it does have a suction. So just thought I'd share that hint with you in case you're struggling with that one. The end colors, beautiful. Of course, you might have guessed the blue is my favorite. But today I am using the Peaceful Pine. And now I'm going to show you what I have planned. Kind of shiny. Sorry it's glaring in the lights, but this card has been in my to-do list for quite a while. It's a book. Looks like a book. It looks like pages down here. It's got a spine here, and it's got the rounded corners. So this is one sample I made. The first one I made from Design by Art, I think it is. She did this one, and I copied her instructions. She had got it from somebody who had metric, and she revamped the sizes. So she had just a plain cardstock for the back, and then this card kind of on top, and then the book here. And I did it. I like it. I like the colors and everything, but it doesn't stand up. And I know lots of you, that's one of the requirements for making cards is to have it stand up. So I did this with it. I made it our regular card size. It still has the page bottom of it showing here, which I like. And I put designer paper on. I still use the gold trim. And that's what I'm going to show you today, how to do that. So let me try to get things organized. I have the pieces, and you can see these tiny pieces. I don't want to lose them. So I'll give you dimensions as I go, and please comment if I forget. I'll try to watch the comments and keep on top of it. But I have 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, 5 1/8, and 5 1/4, and that will give me these two little score lines here. If you can, oh, there, maybe you can see them there. Okay, so with my 8.5 at the top, I want to score it at 4 1/4, which is our regular half card. Then I'm going to go to 5 1/8 and 5 1/4. We're not going to fold on these two, just on the 4 1/4. And I need my bone folder. And so please comment. If I miss your comments as we're live, I will go back to them later and answer them. I always love hearing where you're from and what you've been doing. I love the community we have built and hope to continue sharing with you for many years yet. So there is my base. Now you'll notice that both of them do have corners rounded like a book. So I'm going to use this, which was in my retired punches. Like many of you, I'm sure you've got lots of retired things. And while I think of that, a good friend of mine who lives out on an acreage is having a sale June 19th and 20th. And I will be putting some stuff in that sale as well. She's letting a number of us come and share our goodies as well. Hello, Gail. So if you're in the area and you're interested in purchasing some of our retired things, please come and visit us. I have it, we both have it advertised on Facebook. And you can always reach out to us to find out more details. So there's my corners rounded. And now for my inside piece, I'm going to do the same thing, but just on 2 corners, obviously. And using this punch has made me realize that maybe I should keep it and not sell it in my retired sale. Do you ever do that? I have done it with a few things. So now for, for stamping that, I'm going to use the new magnetic ink pad, which opens like that. The sides stick together. It is felt again. So it's been suggested that instead of just stamping and stamping, that you kind of walk your way around to get the image. And just because it stamps very well. So I want that to be somewhat in the center. I always hold it for a bit to let the ink attach itself to the paper. And then I'm going to close this up. Like our other pads, if you store them this way, the ink will be going towards the top. I put labels on the bottom and the top so I can know which ones go where, and put them in my rack, which I've had for a long time. They do still fit, so I'm not worried about changing my storage system at all with them. So I'm going to put this in so I don't lose it. And I kind of like the rounded corners. So then for the front, I'm going to take this piece, which is 4 1/4 by 7/8, and I'm going to score it somewhat at every 1/8 of an inch. And I'll try and hold this so you can see, and maybe it's not going to show on this one at all. It's what both, I've watched 2 or 3 people do this card, and what both of them said recently was to score at every 1/8 of an inch. But so I'm going to start with trying to get it flat. 1 full one, and then I think I'm going to, I did that at a 1/4 inch, not an 1/8. So then score, take pressure off, score, take pressure off, score, take pressure off, score, take pressure off, score again. So it leaves little breaks. Okay, there. And then, yes, we will, whoops, don't do the cutting. So if you look at books, maybe you will realize that they're not always, especially if they're worn, they don't always have the lines look like they're going all the way across. So that's why these score lines were made this way. I just thought it was kind of a neat. You could do it with on your scoreboard as well. I think I would tend to, if I was doing that, I would tend to end up with them all the same. Oh, there, that one you can see what I was doing. So hello, Ines. Yes, you did remember. Good. Okay, so then, once again, so it fits at the bottom, we need to round this side, and you can do it on here. And most of the time, it works. And then on this side, I am going to trim it off a bit. I because I want it back at 4 1/4. So it's just ever so little, but our Stampin' Up! Trimmer does do it quite nicely. And it will go along there, and then we will punch out that side piece over there. So let me know if you have ever made a card like this, and any tips that you have to share would be greatly appreciated. Because I think for anybody that enjoys reading books, or maybe they're graduating from a class where they've had books a lot and whatever, it would be a great card. I don't like this edge sticking over, so I am going to trim it. But each to their own. And then what I think her name is Julie from that website, she said just put a little mark in the center so you know where your center is. A 3/4 inch punch, which is in my retired stuff, but that one stayed on the wall because my circle punches are quite valuable. So I punched that. Then I'm going to, because I'm doing the full card, I want the back to match, so I'm going to punch and try to get it the same. So there is my page. There are my pages at the bottom. Now, my plan is to put these right up against this first score line that we did. And for these, using your reverse tweezers works quite well to not get ink on your fingers. And I'm just going to put them right up to the edge and right to that score line. So let me know in the comments, what was your first purchase from the new catalog? Because, well, the two of you who I see on here are demonstrators, so I know you had a chance, like I did, to purchase early. These pieces that I've cut are here in beautifully celebrated dies. There's a bunch of shapes that all graduated shapes, plus this one die cuts 2 out at once. So it works perfect for doing a card like this. And there are, of course, coordinating stamps that go with it. I see a thing in there that I don't want. Sometimes, because I've cut quite a few of these out, you end up with extra little pieces like that. So then this one I'm going to put fairly close to the bottom and along that line again. You could put designer paper like this one, or you could put anything. You could put white or very vanilla, whatever you like to go with your Waterside Retreat Suite. Well, Ines, you'll have to create with it and share, because I do not have that one, and I haven't seen a lot done with it. I believe that is the one that coordinated with the paper pumpkin, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's a couple more that I got to punch out. Thought I had all of those out of there. And these, of course, could be cut out of something besides gold if you wanted to do. Actually, the first one I saw was done with blue and silver for Christmas, so it was a great, great combination as well. Then when I got to these little pieces that are 7/8 of an inch long by 1/8 of an inch wide, I did use my tweezers. and very little bits of glue. And they will fit close to that first line. And I'm going to put them, whoops, try and put it straight. So a little bit of fiddling, but the end result really makes, I think, for a special card. So just about there. Whoop. Oh, that was real tricky. Try that again. At least I can see where it was. And yes, of course, if I'd have done those with the adhesive sheets, it would have been a little easier, but I don't know, cutting these pieces was pretty tough by itself to cut them at 7/8 of an inch and whatever. So I'm just going to leave those for a minute. And then I have cut using good old standby stylish shapes. I've used a couple of these circles for these two pieces, stamped with the peaceful pine, and I'm going to use dimensionals here, but liquid glue on the gold when I put it on. So we have lots of new things happening with Stampin' Up, as you're aware. I just read this morning that some of the items have sold out, but they'll be back. Some of the new items. So as always, if you're looking for something, whether you're a customer or a demonstrator, don't delay if you can possibly help it. I know it sometimes you just can't because of you have to purchase groceries and stuff too, but if you want something, especially if you're a demonstrator and you're trying to do a class, just remember that sometimes they will be out of stock for a while, and you will need to wait for them to come. So there basically is my card. I am going to trim these now. That looks better. So let me know what you think. Gold at the bottom, front panel card, or just a regular card with this to make it look like a book. I think they turned out well. I'm going to show you a couple others that I've recently received. Oh, and the words for those are from the Phrases and Frames. I do have that set out of the new catalog, and I love it. Thanks, Gail. I'm glad you like them. So many different fonts and different wishes, anniversaries for the inside, for the outside. Yeah, I'm really enjoying using that set. So the other ones I finished not last Friday because I was gone. The Friday before, we did this kind of card where you cut the strips and you raise every second one. So I finished this one with that paper. So you can see they look so different when you have different papers. Then my team does a swap each month. And these are the swap cards. This is the one I made. And again, it's with that new set from Phrases and Frames that has it's a different mat to put on it to make it actually Puff Up is what we're calling it. Makes it much more detailed. This one's from Sharon. It's a Z fold where you use lots of designer paper. This one from Heidi. Can you see? Oh, you should be able to see the holographic glimmer. That we did have quite a while ago, and obviously she still has it. And when I do my team swaps, I don't require that you use only current things. I just want you stamping and having fun. So if you want to join my team, let me know. And this one from Bonnie. This is a set that is still currently available, but I love the color choices. Looks like spring, doesn't it? And I think the rest of them I have shown you. This is another new paper that's coming out, or that is out now, that we can see the catalog. Just love it. It's the one I used on here as well. So as always, please remember to share your cards on my Saturday share post. I have one every Saturday going out, and I love seeing what you guys are making. And let me know if there's any techniques or anything that you really would like me to learn and teach you. I would love to. As always, take care, keep in touch, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.